Okay, so we are back on some JJK Phantom Parade. It's been a minute. Obviously I've been full steam ahead with Bleach, with there a lot happening, but obviously the anniversary I think has officially kicked off for global. Now over on the JP side of things, we've kind of gone through it, as you could say, right? We had all the anniversary. Obviously the last one was Mahito. I had a blast with obtaining all of these characters, and the game itself has been a lot of fun. I also have just been kind of enjoying it myself, and just kind of utilizing the more of the better comp now in terms of these 4 characters releasing. Now with all of that, unbeknownst to me, yeah, there is a bit of a lottery going on. This is a New Year's lottery. You can pick on which one you want to enter the lottery in. I just had to go for the cubes because that's all I'm really interested in, so I'm gonna have to farm out. Now thankfully with all of this, they've actually decided to release an event. So with multiple events releasing, with story being a thing, this is something that global needs to be like, let's take a note from what JP is doing, because from what I'm seeing, they've just steamrolled ahead with the release of the anniversary content. So right now we've got, so basically I've got myself, what, another 3k out that I can farm. And the reason why I'm mentioning all of this is that, right, as you guys know, right, we had Todo, we had Itadori, yep. Are these class stats 1 and 2? Yes, they are. And then Sukuna was 3, right? And then Mahito was 4. Now this is the first time we've had this big of an anniversary. Typically it's only 3 characters, and then the 4th character is involved for like the New Year side of it. Well, the New Year character has officially been announced. We were waiting for Jump Festa. There were speculations on either end of people saying, oh, it's going to be Geto, oh, it's going to be Gojo. Well, it's not a celebration if the man himself isn't involved, and you best believe, yeah, it's Gojo. So this was the in Jump Festa, this was the trailer video that they gave, and kind of rewinding time back when all the cursed spirits were on the train. Yeah, I mean, that, there you go. The long-awaited Gojo, which I speculated that would probably release a while back when we were in this story side in terms of JJK, but they decided to hold on to him until the very end. But that is right, just after Christmas Day, Gojo is officially going to be releasing, and we are suspecting him to be blue typing, since blue typing has absolutely nothing compared to obviously what we've had previously during the anniversary. So yeah, where is it? Where is his card art? There it is, in all his glory. It doesn't specify blue typing, but he's going to be blue typing. So another Gojo is making his way in, and it is the yeah, the Shibuya arc Gojo. So there you go. So global is probably looking at all this and like, oh my god, what do we even do? It's kind of mind-boggling to think about in terms of the line. I think this is the most stacked that I've ever seen JJK Phantom Parade be. So obviously right now Itadori and Todo are available for global, you know, as I've mentioned, you know, it's all kicking off. And obviously with the characters that they skipped, which could have been potential currency, I mean, well then again, they did kind of revert and go back to them. Although people were kind of pissed because I think there was like a week so or 2 weeks dry span, which I mean they could have quite easily utilized to release some events and whatnot. But I don't know how they're doing, and I have no idea how they're approaching global because it's done in a weird manner. But all I'm gonna say is they need to fix up, because looking at this of a lineup, are you kidding? Jesus Christ. Itadori, Todo, Sukuna, Mahito, and then this brand new Gojo. Boys, this lineup is disgusting. And not to be that guy, but I've already said it before, you know, the summoning system for JJK Phantom Parade is one of the worst, right? So realistically, in the case of if you're you know, if you're limited on pulls, unfortunately you have to pick and choose. Especially if you are going to guaranteed, you still have to throw a total of 15 multis until you're actually guaranteed the character. But that is insane, just looking at the line of characters, and then in addition, a freaking Gojo? Huh? It's like they're just kind of throwing everything in the bag. Well, I mean, then again, Season 3 is going to release, and they're going to kind of go in their bag on that one. So, yeah, JJK Phantom Parade ain't going anywhere. It ain't going anywhere anytime soon. But with the approach of the line of characters that we're seeing, I would have suspected Global to handled it a little bit more appropriately, to make it fair for all, for all their player base. But questionable with the way they decided to go and handle it. But either way, it is what it is. You know, Gojo is in the mix of it, but this furthermore supports it. So double red, one. So we had a fantastic debuffer, an amazing Taijutsu attacker with Black Flash out the wazoo. Todo is just an insane support for Black Flash and just in general with follow-up attacks. Sukuna is just, he's Sukuna. There's nothing more to say. My man's an absolute nuker. So it'll be interesting to see on again the role that Gojo plays, because again we just had the Yuta, so I would have suspected that. I don't know actually. I really don't know. Are we gonna get back-to-back behemoth of attackers? Like, what's going on here? Because seeing this Gojo, that's the only vibe that I'm getting from him to say that he is going to be some form of damage dealing character, unless he's in, I don't know, in the same line of like how Mahito will be approached, in terms of debuffing and then having some form of some DPS behind him. Then fair play. But yeah, I think for me personally, and I've been requesting this for a very long time right now, is that for blue typing I've been wanting some form of broken support. That's pretty much been my only biggest one for blue typing, but Geto and Momo can still hold it down, or Momo or Geto, and Geto is always going to be, in my opinion, the number one. The character is. I know Miguel's been getting a lot of love, especially with his what was it, the potential unlock. I know that he's a fantastic, well, not fantastic, but he's a solid Taijutsu supporter, of course. Inumaki is still there, so we can utilize him. So I mean, we've still got some support going on, but comparing it to the other typing, they're kind of far ahead. So that's kind of where my head was at. But I do not suspect to see this Gojo to be any type of support or whatnot. Maybe he's going to be some form of debuffing, but I think for the most part he is going to be another powerhouse unit. So Yuta and Gojo, if they can work well together, then hey, I will take that all day, every day. That'll be absolutely beautiful to see. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on what I'm suspecting. But yep, Gojo to end of the year. Who would have thought? The developers are going to get their last little money in before he is, well, technically Gojo is sealed away, but they're making sure to get that last version of him to get before he's officially sealed away. Unless they go off law and they release like a custom variant of Gojo or some sort later down the line, who knows? But fair play to the developers. They want to make as much money as they can ending it off with the year. So, to be fair, I'm curious to see on how much actually they are going to make. Right now it's showing 5 mil, but that's definitely skyrocketed. I guarantee you. Well, when Gojo releases, that's definitely going to skyrocket. Because Gojo, that man, I'm pretty sure in one singular month that I've seen, I think it was the God Gojo, as I like to call it. I think he brought in 8 mil, I think, alone. So yeah, I suspect some craziness going to happen when he releases. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, just taking a quick little break just to kind of announce on what's going on with JJK Phantom Parade. To my global peeps out there, I wish you all the best of luck. Again, the way that they've approached it this year has been, well, the way that they've approached the first year anniversary for global this year has just been horrendous. Chaotic. Words cannot describe how I'm just looking at global. I'm just like, what are they doing? They are really screwing over the player base here. What's going on? So yeah, play it smart. If you're limited on pulls, wait until you see what Gojo does and then just go from there and how you want to handle it in terms of tackling your account. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't really help though, because again, some of the flaws are very dependent on mono. Then again, oh my god, then again, people that summon for Utah are kicking themselves now, aren't they? Especially if Gojo does come across as a highly DPS type character. Oh god, it's just a mess at this point. Like, what do we do? What do we do? Anyway, I digress. Gojo was next. 26. Yeah, so that being said, I think Gojo will release on global in January. Yeah, maybe the end. And if they rush Mahito's release, no, Kusukuno will probably be at the end of December for global, and then Mahito will probably be at somewhat in the beginning of January. So yeah, I suspect this Gojo will be available on global at the end of January. But if they rush things, then probably at most in the middle of January.